Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome in. I got a good one for you here today. We're going to be talking about key adjustments that you need to make to your fantasy team because they're going to significantly improve your squad. So stay tuned. I'm going to help you improve your roster. All right, we're going to start here with the first thing on my list, and that is if Alec Pierce, Darrell Henderson, or David Njoku are on the waiver wire, you need to grab these guys immediately. Look, Alec Pierce is slowly starting to become Matt Ryan's favorite target. Darrell Henderson is backing up Cam Akers. I don't think that anyone expects Cam Akers to actually stay healthy and on the field this year. Because we know that he's one of the most injury-prone players. So, Darrell Henderson could end up being the starting back for this team pretty much. And David Njoku is starting to be force-fed the ball like crazy in the Browns offense. So if any of these guys are on the waiver wire, you need to go grab them immediately. They're not going to be out there for long because people are starting to catch on. So go get these guys while you have the chance. Next, you need to buy low on George Kittle, Chris Godwin, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jalen Waddle, and Darren Waller. These guys are all still going to be great from a season-long standpoint. George Kittle's been used a lot as a blocker, so his target share has been a little bit down. But as their offense gets healthier and they get all their blockers back, George Kittle will be freed to run more routes. He did have 6 targets in this past game, so it looks like the target share is heading in a good direction for George Kittle. I still think he's going to be a great tight end from a season-long standpoint. Chris Godwin could be one of the best players in fantasy. He could certainly be a top 10 wide receiver in all of fantasy football when he's actually healthy and on the field. This guy's finally back on the field for us, so we want to plug him into our lineups weekly if we have him. And right now, he's still off a lot of people's radar because he hasn't really done much this year so far due to injury and just having some average performances. So try to buy low on Chris Godwin while you have the chance. Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to be harder to get than most of these guys, but look, the Lions just got shut out this past week. Amon-Ra St. Brown did absolutely nothing, so it might be a good time to buy low on him. And when it comes to Jalen Waddle, he's coming off a bust week. His quarterback is having issues. We don't know when Tua is going to be back on the field, but we know that this is an immensely talented wide receiver who could provide us great fantasy upside. So buy low on Jalen Waddle. Also, Darren Waller has been pretty disappointing this year, and he's dealing with an injury himself, but I don't think it's anything too serious. He's probably going to be back soon. Buy low on Darren Waller while you have the chance. All of these guys are attainable in the trade market right now, so go get them before they become untradeable. Next is this week, when it comes to your defense, I don't care who your starting defense is, you need to do whatever you can to stream the Jacksonville defense against Indianapolis, Tampa Bay against Pittsburgh, or the Bengals against New Orleans. These are all smash matchups. And when it comes to playing a defense, if you've watched my videos, I talk about this all the time. It's significantly more important to play a defense that's going up against a struggling offense than it is to be stubborn and just stick with the same defense every week. So stream these 3 elite defenses, okay? Next on my list is if you are struggling at the quarterback position, please do not trade depth off of your roster. Please do not trade depth off of your roster for a quarterback, okay? If you have somebody like Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr, Aaron Rodgers, these guys are going to be fine, okay? Now, if you're really in a quarterback hole and you have somebody like Russell Wilson or Matt Stafford that you drafted, then maybe you could consider trading some depth off of your bench for a quarterback that somebody else has on their bench and is actually willing to trade. But if you don't have one of these quarterbacks that's just been absolutely terrible, I would write it out with the quarterback that you have. You have to have a Russell Wilson or a Matt Stafford or worse to actually consider trading depth off of your bench for a quarterback. Next and final thing on my list is you need to do whatever you can to get Kenneth Walker. We know how electric this guy is, okay? This is a guy who, he came in and he had a 69-yard touchdown run this past week. We know that this dude was an absolutely incredible playmaker in college, and he has tremendous potential at the NFL level. He now gets the head of backfield. This dude is an absolute must attain. You have to get this guy in your fantasy team. If you weren't able to get him off the waiver wire, try to make a trade for him before he explodes. All right, guys, catch you later.